Are you struggling with a fixed header table that flickers when you scroll in Internet Explorer 11? You're not alone. This is a common issue that many developers face, and today we're going to tackle it head on. I completely understand how frustrating it can be when your table behaves differently in Internet Explorer compared to other browsers like Chrome. It can feel like you're stuck in a web development nightmare. Here's the specific situation we're addressing. One user reported that their fixed header table flickers when clicking on the scroll bar in Internet Explorer 11. They mentioned that the structure is dynamically generated, making it hard to change. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So what causes this flickering issue? It often stems from how Internet Explorer handles CSS positioning and rendering. We'll explore some solutions that can help you fix this without altering your HTML structure. And stick around. I have a great tip at the end that can help you avoid similar issues in the future. To address the flickering issue in Internet Explorer 11, the user should first ensure that the CSS for the fixed header is set correctly. This involves using the right positioning properties. Next, the user should modify the jQuery code to improve the scroll handling. This can help reduce flickering when the scroll bar is clicked. Additionally, the user can add a CSS transition to the header for a smoother appearance. This can help mitigate the flickering effect. Finally, the user should test the changes in Internet Explorer 11 to ensure that the flickering issue has been resolved. This can be done by refreshing the page and interacting with the scroll bar. Fun fact: Internet Explorer was once the most widely used web browser, but now it's often the source of many web development headaches. Who would have thought? Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution involves wrapping the main div, the div, in a new div called the div wrap. This allows you to duplicate the header row into a new div that stays fixed while scrolling. The new header is styled similarly and is prepended to hack the div wrap, which does not have overflow set to auto. This way, the header remains visible during scrolls, eliminating the flicker issue. Additionally, adjust the negative margin bottom of the header row to fit your design needs. For a practical demonstration, check the provided JSFiddle link. That's all on that answer. Let's take a look at another one. One alternative solution suggests a workaround for the flickering issue in Internet Explorer. Since IE doesn't support the overflow property for table group elements, you can modify your CSS. By adding T-body display block and height auto, you can eliminate the flicker in older versions of IE. Additionally, if the flickering persists, there's a setting change you can try. Go to Internet Options, navigate to Advanced, and uncheck Enable Smooth Scrolling. However, this may not suit everyone's needs. Let's take a look at another answer from another user. Another user points out that the flickering issue in IE11 is a known bug. They suggest 3 potential fixes. First, remove overflow auto from the parent container. Second, eliminate background attachment fixed from the fixed position element. And third, remove border radius from the fixed position element. However, they note that removing overflow auto may not be practical for your needs. The user also mentions that a more effective solution involves modifying the HTML structure by separating the header row and implementing a custom scroll function for the table body. They provide a link to a working example on JSFiddle that demonstrates this approach. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. An alternative solution suggests modifying the CSS for the header row. By adding a style tag above the table, you can set the header row to a fixed position, which works well in Microsoft Edge and other browsers without needing jQuery. The user also mentions that if you cannot change the HTML structure, you can still use CSS to fix the header. They recommend selecting the first row of the table and applying a fixed position to it. Lastly, they advise simplifying the implementation by using basic HTML and CSS for better cross-browser compatibility, suggesting that jQuery is unnecessary for this task. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. An alternative solution comes from another user who suggests using a jQuery plugin called Sticky Table Headers. This plugin can be easily integrated into your project. This plugin is cross-browser compatible and requires no additional tricks. Just plug it in and it will work seamlessly with your tables. Here's the tip I promised. Always test your web applications in multiple browsers, especially Internet Explorer, to catch these issues early on. And there you have it. With these adjustments, your fixed header table should no longer flicker in Internet Explorer 11. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on web development.